Oh my gosh, I just got so nervous. We're live.
Totally normal. Totally normal.
Oh man.
I need a cat in my lap.
Oh man.
Are we live yet?
We're live.
Hello, hello.
Live.
No, Adam, we are actually live.
Oh.
Yep, we are actually live. As the red countdown of 43, I can't. How do I? Can't.
It looks like there might be some folks waiting in here already. So
nice.
Thank you for being here. I will go through the chat here and see if there's any questions that have been asked. But if you're here and you have a question that you haven't asked yet, you'll notice there's a button at the bottom of your screen that allows you to ask us a question. So please post them there.
Yeah.
Question time.
But while that's going, let me scroll through the chat here. We got some folks tuning in from Australia.
Good day.
We already know we had Cyprus and Japan in the house.
Which blew my mind.
Yeah, Adam
Canadians.
found out Cyprus is a country today.
I did. Learning.
Oh, that's a good poll. Which of the people in Home Free have been to Cyprus and which have not? Everybody's really well traveled here.
Well, the fans are having a really nice conversation among themselves in the chat. They don't even need us.
Yeah.
Well, right. Sounds like my ride is coming.
Ha. So funny, Rob. That's a dad joke.
It is. And my dad would say that a lot.
Well, I'm not seeing any questions come through yet on the Q&A. There's one from Cheryl. Let's get started.
Already?
What will be the one thing you will take away from this year?
Lots more than one thing.
I know.
There'll be a bunch of things I take from this year. And they'll all be great.
Yeah, so many things.
Yeah.
I think if I'm ever sick, I'm just going to wear a mask now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's the move. That's just the move. Yeah.
I've figured out that I need to wash my hands for longer than 2.3 seconds, which I usually would do.
Rob was always right at 2.3 and
I was like, oh, and we're done. Cool.
I think we all gained a lot of perspective about what we were doing beforehand. You know?
Yeah.
That's for sure. And
I took
moving forward, whether or not it's doing more music videos at home and or touring, or both of those things, all the above, you know.
Yeah, I never in a million years thought touring could just stop. Never would I have ever guessed that could happen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We have made our lives easier in the long run by getting these home recording setups. Before it was, especially for recording in Nashville, it was fly Darren here, put him up in a hotel, rent a studio. Studios are always expensive. You've got to wait for the studio to be available. Sometimes someone else has them booked. So for us to be able to just record in our homes just about any time we need to is going to be a game changer for us permanently. And I know when we get back to shooting music videos, the way we were accustomed to before the pandemic, I'm going to be very thankful and appreciative of our video team.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It is a pain in the butt shooting on our phones.
Hey, you might have mentioned this. I was just texting my mom, so I was distracted for a second. Did you mention recording in the closet and how we're probably continuing that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate the video team and appreciate being able to record from home.
Yeah.
Balance.
Yeah.
And Home Free made a movie, y'all. Look, it was not a special. We made a movie.
It's a feature length situation. Yeah.
Shout out Adam Chance for writing the screenplay. Like, this was.
Thanks, man.
We got kicked off the road, but we did something that hopefully we can do again.
Yeah, and we learned a lot from that
And
process
again.
too.
Yeah,
A whole lot from that process.
yeah.
That's exactly what my friend just said. Is that he called it a movie instead of a special.
Home
Yeah,
Free,
yeah.
the movie.
Yeah, that's what I said last night. I was like, you could put this on, iTunes for people to buy. You know what I mean? Like, this is something, right? Like, it's a special. It's a movie. It's Home Free, the movie. We should call it a movie and then just put it up.
That's a poll. That's a poll that we should take. How many people think we should get licensing to put it up on iTunes?
Call
Right.
Hallmark.
Yeah.
Get Hallmark.
Yeah.
On the phone.
A long stretch, but
All right. Serene has a question for Austin and Chance. What are y'all's
Why?
favorite guitars and why?
You can start, Austin, if you want.
this is a very sweet question because my girlfriend's father, I could go grab it, I don't know exactly where it is, literally gave me a guitar yesterday. And it's a very nice guitar. It's better than the guitar I got. It's like a Martin body sort of style. I think it's called a Sigma. And it's, it sounds amazing. It's got like a real bluegrassy sound. And I just got it yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago. But yeah.
Last year I bought a Martin Streetmaster, and it's my favorite guitar I've ever owned, an acoustic. When it comes to electric guitars, I have a Fender Jag and a Fender Strat. The Fender Strat's always been one of my favorite sounds. Hendrix and a lot of the greats play Strats and have that awesome sound. Mark Knopfler plays a lot of stuff on it. But also a Fender banjo. So Fender's one of my favorite brands as far as everything else goes, but my Martin acoustic is like the final guitar I think I'll ever buy like that. I'm in love with that thing.
I like that dark brown one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's
The
beautiful.
guitar is amazing.
Rob, what's your favorite guitar?
I like the Fender Strat. I call it a Stratocaster, but some people say just Strat.
Yeah, that's true. That's very well said, Rob.
But I mean,
Rob likes those 4-string guitars.
yeah, he's a little unorthodox that way. He plays lead on a 4-string.
Yep.
It's impressive though. Adam's pretty good at playing lead on a 4-string too.
It's not for
I
everybody.
wouldn't say lead,
Okay.
but you've seen the Who, right?
The Who?
The not the Who, but
Who?
like HU.
Oh,
Go on YouTube.
Oh,
and-
yeah,
and-
the Mongolian throat-singing metal band.
Yes.
Yes.
They've got like a 1-string or a 2-string. It
I
was
can't do it.
awesome.
Though that band
Yeah.
is awesome. It's like
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite like kind of outside the box things that I listen to.
Yep.
All right. Heather and Pat are a couple of Canadians who would like to know where we want to travel when this thing is over with.
To the
To
store,
a restaurant.
Everywhere,
to the bar.
right?
To
We
the
want to go
bar.
everywhere.
Yeah, anywhere really.
Well, we got to
I'm
get
not-
back to Europe to finish all those dates.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what it'll be like when we finally get to go back to Europe for tour, man? That's going to be just, the people are going to be going crazy, and so are we. It's going to be great.
Yeah, just anywhere.
But yeah, I mean, anywhere we were supposed to have a show this year, we've got to get there.
Even Canada.
Maybe in the summertime.
Summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
This is an interesting question. Kevin asks, what's your favorite song in your repertoire that is rarely on a live set list?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I love those two slow songs. I Can't Outrun You and What We Ain't Got.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for sad songs, so that's why we ended up doing I Can't Outrun You. So that one's always on the list. But I feel like there's something I was thinking of the other day.
Low chords. It's just so
Serenity?
low. The harmonies are down there. It's great.
Yeah, there's something I was thinking of the other day. See if I can figure out what that is.
Serenity's nice.
We've never performed that song. It's
No,
like
we
a
haven't.
minute and a half. It's not even a song. It was like intended to be an interlude.
Yeah.
And we've never done it. And we need to.
I'm like looking through our albums right now because my
I was
memory is
just doing
terrible.
that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That was a Lego video song. The Lego video song.
Yeah, Crazy Life is up there for me.
Yeah, I would love to sing Crazy Life. That'd be fun.
We need to bring that one back. We've done so many singles too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like mine would be on the singles list somewhere that we've done, and
We've gotten to the point where we can't remember our own songs.
Yep.
That's very true. I mean, we've been at that point for a long time now, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, anything that we've done in quarantine is probably on that list right now.
Right.
That's true. That's really true.
I'm sure some of that stuff might end up in a set, but some of those songs that we picked just because now's a great time to do stuff like that we probably wouldn't normally do.
Yep.
And we might not. Some of that stuff probably won't end up in a live show.
Yeah, it's crazy
Or
how much
we'll just
music
do it
we
once.
don't get to sing. But for real though, just like
When we were doing Dive Bar Saints, I had my kids listening to Cross That Bridge a bunch, and that was like their favorite song by far. I always thought that would be fun to do, and just have them at a show. They'd freak out.
yeah.
We used to do what we ain't got. That was actually the one that we had to do after I forgot my mic
Yep.
It was so funny.
downstairs and a long ways away from the stage.
And I thought he was about to cry.
Yeah,
Nope.
if y'all haven't heard that story, basically that was the first song after the drum solo. So we all go off stage and Adam does his whole beatbox bit. And then we are supposed to come back on and sing What We Ain't Got. And the whole first verse is just me solo a cappella.
Mm-hmm.
And right before that, I realized I didn't have my microphone. And I had gotten all the way back to my stage from the dressing room, which is nowhere near the stage. It's down a flight of stairs and down a long hallway. And I, not thinking about what song was coming next, sprinted to go get my microphone. And then I came back and had to sing that verse, just completely exposed. And I was having to take a breath after like every 2 words. And Austin thought I was getting emotional.
I did. And Rob, I was the only one that was at that like out of touch though. I should have known, but in my head I was like concentrating on what I had to do, and I was just like, I think he's getting into it over there. Damn, Tim.
I was having a hard time not just dying laughing throughout this super pretty ballad.
I had to close my eyes and not look at any of my bandmates because I knew if I looked at Rob, it'd be over with. Because I saw him like stare down at his feet pretty quickly, and I knew we were in trouble.
Yeah.
And I was just focused.
Okay, Brooke wants to know, when we're starting out a new song, how do we determine who sings the leads?
We flip a coin.
Yeah.
Everybody takes turns.
I mean, if it's low, we know Tim and Chance are going to get it. If it's higher, it's, well, really any one of us. And sometimes
True.
we'll just go in and we'll all try it out.
Yeah.
We have different voices, though, so that usually kind of helps distinctify for certain songs.
On our last full-length non-Christmas album on Dive Bar Saints, our idea was for us all to record all of the leads, and then we were going to go through and like just kind of pick whoever did it best. But Rob went into the studio first, and then none of us wanted to even try.
No. It was good. It's good stuff, man. Catch Me If You Can is my jam. I love singing that song. So that's one of my favorite songs to sing on tour when we were doing that tour.
Yeah.
I love that. The breakdowns, those breakdowns in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm Already Gone. Man, I loved that moment. It felt good. It rang so good every time.
Yeah. For sure.
All right. Holly D wants to know, what has been the best non-home free thing you've gotten to do this year since you've been home?
Go fishing.
My wife has always wanted to foster kittens, which is something we've never been able to do because we're never home long enough. You've got to be able to commit a couple months to it. So that was the first thing we did when we knew we were going to be in lockdown and that tour was canceled indefinitely, was we signed up to foster kittens. And we got through 4 of them, and we actually like fostered them and then let them go. and then we kept the fifth one, and then we decided to adopt a sibling for that one as well. So we went from fosters to parents of 2 cats and a dog.
It was fun though. We just got to hang out with kittens every time I come over to your house for anything. If we had something to do, it'd just be like, "Oh, but there's kittens here. What's up?" This is like for like 6 months straight, just kittens as kitten can be. You know.
It is really fun. I highly recommend it if you like kittens. You don't want a long-term responsibility, and you have the backbone to turn them loose when it's time.
Yeah, right. Because eventually, if you keep doing it, you will keep a couple.
But just in general, across the board, we have all enjoyed all of this extra time with our families that we're not used to getting.
Yeah, I got to build a deck, and I started the first 2/3 of it with my father. I've never had the chance to do that, you know. He came up, you know, I say he came up. I went down, picked him up, and brought him up. He hung out for about 3.5 weeks, and he taught me how to build a deck, you know. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got to go camping with my family for the first time. Well, it was more like glamping. We were in an RV, but that was fun. I'd never done that before.
Glamping.
Yeah. Glamorous camping.
I'm here for it. Glamping is thebomb.com.
I think for me,
anyways.
I think for me, I just have been enjoying the stuff that I did normally, just, you know, able to focus on it a little more. I've been reading a lot, playing a lot of video games, riding the motorcycle a little bit. Nothing too profound.
Yeah, for me, obviously, it's the baby being actually home to support the wife, and the whole transition of and how insane that is. It's just intense. It's like obviously being home for all that to support has been probably the best thing.
Kevin wants to know if we find ourselves spontaneously harmonizing with everything we hear.
Pretty much our only chance.
False. False.
No, that's this guy. And yes, I do. For as long as I can remember, to be quite frank.
If I, for some reason, didn't have any human interaction for a month, I probably wouldn't make a sound. I do love singing. I love going out there and singing, but when I'm not actually like sitting with my guitar or on stage or rehearsing, I'm quiet as a mouse.
Yeah, man, I envy that. I wish I could just be quiet, but I can't.
I wish you could too.
Do you love singing in a restaurant when everyone's just kind of sitting and having conversation, and then suddenly someone's just singing?
I haven't tried that myself yet, but
what are they called?
That in me too.
What is that called when it's like everybody, like a whole bunch of people start
flash mob?
Flash mobbing, yeah. It's like the start of a flash mob, and everyone's looking around waiting for the.
If I would ever be in a flash mob, you'd have to pay me an ungodly amount to be in a flash mob.
Hey man, I got an idea. Home Free should do a flash mob.
You'd have to pay me to be in public near a flash mob if I knew I was going to be there.
That should be a home away from home. Adam Chance tries to start a flash mob from scratch.
No,
I feel like it'd be
Chance gets stuck in a flash mob.
It'd be like an Impractical Joker situation. I'd be
we wouldn't tell him, but he would know the moment it started. He'd be like, "You sons of bitches."
Yeah.
What if,
we got you in a flash mob.
What if it was one of those where everyone has like a stormtrooper costume on, though?
I mean, that'd be a little better for sure, but
I think they do that at Disney World, and I'm actually not being funny. I think that's the thing.
Then I'd just join in song and dance.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
That's definitely a move.
Brooke wants to know if we've lifted the ban on twerking and rapping.
Look, just because nobody has chosen to do something does not mean there's a ban upon it.
Yeah.
I've put a ban on myself from twerking. I don't think my back can take it anymore.
Respect.
Like, I love hip hop and rap, but I like it when someone who's good at it does it. And I don't have faith in us here to do that. Okay, maybe Rob.
Maybe not.
Dad rap.
Rob's got the
Dad
best
rap. You
dancing
started a new genre
in
called
this
dad
band.
rap.
Dad rap.
MC Double
look,
Daddy.
Dad rap is huge right now, man.
Hip
There's a
hop.
big market for that.
Hip hop, Sammy said.
Hip hop, Sammy. That's
You'd get a high five if you guys were in person for sure.
Amber wants to know if Adam Rupp was unable to perform, which Home Free member has the best chops to fill in?
Tambourine.
Yeah,
Rob
we get a
or
tambourine.
Tim? Like Tim's snare drum is my favorite snare drum in the world. When he does his sound, I can't do it, but when he does that thing, it's like good. But
Yeah, I'm
Tim and
only
Rob
good
for
at
sure.
I'm only good at a few basic sounds, and even then, it's iffy.
Yeah, doing it for more than a song, I'm
No,
not interested in that
never.
at all.
My lips would hurt. None of it.
I do have Rob. Like I'll put into like what a live arrangement is if we need someone to fill something. I'll usually choose between Rob or Tim to go in and do that spot. 'Cause
Which you'll see on the special.
Yeah. Well, Rob doesn't do anything, right?
No, I'm talking about Tim.
No.
Oh, but Tim, yeah. I try to throw Rob into that realm every now and then.
Yeah, I'm good for not for very long.
I've heard that. All right.
You know it personally.
Charlie would like to know if there's a song that's particularly challenging to do live.
A bunch.
Yeah. How Great the Art was always really tough. I was surprised at how easy that was to come back and do, though. Because we hadn't sang that for a long time, and we did it for.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking about with that song though, compared to some of the other all vocal songs that we do. I mean, maybe it's just from my part perspective, but I feel like there's a lot more stop and rest in between compared to like the other all vocal songs that we do.
I think that one is the one that's probably on that list for all of us, but there's other songs that each individual one of us would probably say is a tough one for us, but that's the one that I can think of that we'd all
I mean, Christmas LA was hard on the show. Getting that was very hard.
That one was easy for me.
Especially coming off of like not being on tour.
Yeah.
And then trying to sing that first out the gate and then do the whole show after it.
Right. Well, you're way up in the stratosphere. That's not that hard for me.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of one of those other ones that we did that was.
I thought all the new ones were hard. Just because we had just learned them and we were trying to do choreography too.
That's true.
But we also had the luxury of if we messed up, run it back. Let's try that again.
Yeah, we had 3 takes of each song.
We got to do multiple takes, and then each one of those takes had different angles you could choose from.
Right.
But meanwhile, we've got to sing those things at the Ryman pretty soon, and there's no do-overs.
Yeah, I'm practicing right now. I don't know about y'all, but every show I'm practicing. That's what I'm doing back here.
I think if we flub it in the Ryman, people are gonna think it's funny.
Oh, right. You're right. Who cares? Hashtag not.
You just have to ad-lib it and own up to it.
Carolyn asked if we found it difficult to get our voices back in shape once we knew we were going to be filming the special.
Singing for 2 hours a day is hard to do when you're not on tour.
Yeah, we had been practicing leading up to the special, and I felt good once we got to the special. The days of practice before then, I was pretty shot. Right. But once we actually got to the recording days, I felt pretty good.
I was in as good a voice as I've been anytime coming off a break because I was singing a lot, but I was in no way prepared for the amount that we'd be singing that week or two.
Yeah, I was tired by the end of it. The last day was the best day. I needed one more day and I'd have been like right where I wanted to be, but
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Jeff is asking if COVID ended the European tour before or after the Vienna show. During.
Really,
Yeah.
it was that day. I woke
We
up
were-
that day and Tim's wife wakes me up. It's our tour manager, and she's like, "Hey, do you need to use the bathroom?" I was like, "Why?" She's like, "Because we can't go in, and then you can go back to sleep." And I was like, "Oh no, I'm good. I can go back to sleep." Great. Show got canceled. First time ever.
Yep.
Yep.
It was a weird day.
That was a very weird day. A bummer.
I was like,
Talking about
"Dang,
Austria, right? The
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Showed up to the venue, had lunch, was really excited.
and
Beautiful
plans
day.
changed on the fly because we were having the
Mhm.
lunch, it got canceled, and then we're like, well, we'll stay in Vienna for the rest of the afternoon, and then we'll go to Munich tonight. So we were
Yeah.
kind of planning to go out into Vienna and see it a little bit more, and then
Our bus driver, who no one could understand,
Yeah,
said we had to leave immediately. We had to leave now.
so we left and
Yeah.
we stayed in Munich for a couple of days before the rest of them ended up getting canceled, and travel got weird, so we had to come home.
Stressful.
Mm.
Chance, Terry would like to know what type of motorcycle you have and where you ride.
I have a Harley Davidson Night Rod, which is this kind of special edition of the V Rod, which they don't make anymore. I always wanted it, and 2017 was the last year they were making it. So I traded my other one in, which was a Fat Boy. And now I take it up into the Angeles Crest Forest, like highway up in the forest there. It was in the fires recently, so we haven't been up there since then. Took it to Santa Barbara to a concert last year, which was nice too. So it's a nice place to have a bike out here because you got the coast and you got the mountains. There's no shortage of places to take it.
So, man, that's great.
And year round, you can ride the thing. That's one of the reasons I wanted it out here. It's the only vehicle that I have out here. Any time of year, it's pretty much motorcycle weather.
All right, Woogs wants to know if we've all decorated our houses for Christmas.
Oh man.
It's on the docket.
My family did it like the day after Halloween,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Nice.
Wow.
And
That sounds jolly.
we have 2 full trees, one in each like living room.
So here's a dichotomy. Rob's got his
It's crazy.
two full trees. Here's the extent of all of our Christmas decorations in our house.
That's what I'm talking about.
We got this tree from a
What is
neighbor
that?
as a gift today, and we got this ornament in the mail from a friend today. It says "Roll Tide" on it. So this is it.
Well,
Nice.
thank you everyone for your questions and for being here. We should all head over to Mandolin now and get ready to stream the special, which is starting in just over a minute.
Stream it up.
Thanks again for being here. We'll be chatting with y'all during the special as well, so
See
you
you
can
in the
ask us
chat.
questions there.
See y'all in the
now.
Bye, y'all.